Hey, what's up, shot makers? It's Rob. I'm back again. This time I got Coach Marquisha Harris-Posso, Redbone Keish, as I've seen on her page. Hey, Keisha, tell them about yourself and tell them your journey in basketball.
All right. I'm from Bowling, Illinois. It's near the Chicago area. And I graduated high school in 2011. Did really well, was three-time All-State honors. And then college, I went to Western Michigan University, Division I full scholarship. And after I was done playing ball, I was invited to a Eurobasket combine. It was down in Atlanta at the Dominique Wilkins gym. Jermaine Barnes was the agent that was hosting it. So from that event, he liked what I had to offer, and he asked me to play with his USA team in Taiwan for the Jones Cup. So we went out there, played at that event, a lot of fun. Then from that event, I got my first playing position overseas in Spain. So that would have been the season of 2016 and 17. And then I played for a team called Mataro, and I was out there with that team for 2 years.
How was that experience? How was that going from outside of Chicago, then Michigan, and then now you're in Spain?
It was a big culture shock. The language barrier was tough. And the first year, I was living with a host family. That was kind of rough at times, but you make it work if you love the game.
I'm gonna stop you. So you gotta tell people about the host family.
Ugh.
So what is a host family?
So basically, the coach arranged for me to stay with a family, and I would stay with them. They would feed me and house me. And in exchange, I would help like teach their daughter some English and just around with things like that. But it got a little too much where they were expecting me to be like a full-time nanny and stuff. So
Oh wow.
we kind of butt heads there a few times. And then at the end of that season, I met my husband now, and we got an apartment, and I stayed with him the next year I was out there.
Okay,
And
that's
then
dope. That's dope. So they
then
so they had you working two jobs. So you was hooping and tried to make you a
yeah,
nanny.
pretty much. I wasn't down for that.
Oh man.
And then had another setback my second year playing in Spain. It was in December. I broke my ankle. That was rough. I had about 6 months that I was casted and then rehab and all that. So I rushed back kind of early because I needed to play in one of these events that Jermaine Barnes hosts. And this was the Mediterranean Cup, and it was in Toulouse, France. But that was the way for me to be seen and get another job because I missed most of my second season.
Yeah.
So I went out there, did well enough that I was able to get a job to play in Germany. So for the 2018 and 19 season, I was in Germany, had a lot of success out there.
How was that shift from Spain to
I
Germany?
liked it a little bit better. The weather was better in Spain. I was right there in Barcelona,
Oh.
but
Ah, okay.
as far as the way the economy moves in Germany, things like that, I preferred it. And I
Okay.
also like playing there a little bit better just because they let us be a little bit more physical.
Got you. Got you. So real quick, so for the people that don't know, what's your game like? So you said you like the physical. What's your game
Yeah,
like?
I'm a power forward. So
Okay.
I like
Okay.
to bang. I like to stretch it out a little bit, shoot mid range, occasional three, attack the rim. I'm a big rebounder. That's a big part of my game.
Dope. 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 You had challenges. You had a challenge in college. You overcame that. Came back and showed out at Jermaine's Invitational, and then you ran into the ankle challenge. The ankle got in your way while you were in Spain. Showed out at the Eurobasket, and then you got the job in
Yep.
Germany. So take us from Germany to where you are now with your career.
Okay. So I had a really successful season in Germany. I ended up being the top rebounder in the country. I was averaging 17 and 17. We got second in the finals. So it was a really good season. After that, I went back to Spain and I was playing for Barca. And then season was cut short because of COVID. So that's where I'm back over here now. I started to get my master's in special education. I wasn't
Okay.
sure how long things were going to be shut down. So I
Okay.
started doing that. And then I got into some coaching. And then the past two seasons, I was coaching at my alma mater high school,
Okay.
at Moline High School.
Real quick, how did that season go?
Our first season was pretty good. Last season was probably the worst season I've ever been a part of at any level.
Yeah.
It was just rough. I mean,
Okay.
it's different now. A lot of kids, they don't have the same motivation and drive, at least at our high school, we have a lot of entitlement, so there's not a lot of accountability, and which brings me to my next part, which is why I had to leave, because I can't be a part of something that doesn't have discipline and accountability and things like that. You shouldn't have to beg your players to get in the gym. So I was also involved in the travel team in our area called the Quad City Shockers, and my first summer was not this past summer, but the summer before, where I was coaching 17s, really liked it. So this past summer, I decided to coach a 14s team. And as things have been going well with that, they've moved me into a director position now
Okay, so you're director for that whole travel
for the
program.
girls' side of the program.
Awesome. So there's a girls and a boys side of the
Yeah,
program.
it's a big program around here. So that's
And what's the name again?
Quad City Shockers.
Quad City
Yeah.
Shockers. Okay.
My area, even though I'm from Moline, it's called the Quad Cities. So several cities in that area that all neighbor each other. Now, I've actually accepted a full-time assistant position at a private Division III college in my area.
Can you say the school? Are you
Yeah, I
able to say it now?
can.
Give it to
Augustana
us.
College.
Augustana College.
Augustana.
Okay, that's dope.
Thank you. I'm
Congratulations.
super excited.
So now let me ask you this. So with the director position, do you have to drop that while you're an assistant coach at the university, or can you maintain
I'll be able to
both?
maintain both. The good thing about it,
That's
the guy
awesome.
who was in the full-time assistant position before me, he was also running Shockers. So
Okay.
now that he's moved to a full-time head varsity coaching position, I stepped into his previous role at the college.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. So that kind of gives like those kids, at least whether they actually make it into that school or not, you get to give them firsthand experience from the coaching level, like what you're looking for, what translates onto the next level, and they get to get that direct from somebody who's in it right
Yeah,
now.
definitely. And I've noticed that these girls definitely appreciate that more, where at the high school level, they didn't so much.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I feel like with travel ball, it's an investment.
Oh, yeah.
So like with anything, once you put your money into it and you invest your time and effort especially during the summer where you don't have to, you could just be chilling. It's a whole different level of mindset,
Yeah,
right?
it is. It's a lot of fun. It's busy, but it's good.
Okay. So Augustana College, that's gonna be this year. It's gonna be your
Yeah.
first season. What's your prediction on your record this year?
Definitely a 20-win season. We're good enough to do that. We
Okay.
have the talent. We need to win conference, though. The one team that gave us trouble last season, pretty much everybody's coming back. So that's going to be like our main focus.
Okay. Well, Marquisha, I told you from the beginning, Shot Makers League, you can't leave without giving the players a challenge. So we're giving you some time to think about it. What do you have for us?
For a challenge, we'll just do how many free throws you can make in a minute.
How many free throws you can make
Yeah.
in a minute? Now, are they going to have
Yeah.
a rebounder, or they got to get their own rebound?
Now, if they can have a rebounder, get a rebounder. So you can just shoot, get it back, shoot.
Okay. Y'all heard it here, Shot Makers. Marquisha says, shooting challenge. How many free throws can you make in a minute? And please have a rebounder so you can get as many up as possible. This is a coach at a D3 college. So when she sees these videos, you might show her something. Try and get a
Wow.
scholarship. Let's do it. Marquisha, it's been a pleasure having you on. Man, I love your story. Thanks for coming
Yes,
again.
thank you.